All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We have saved our chemical engineering template in a safe spot on our computer where we can easily access it. Today I will be going over both the 4-year template for chemical engineering as well as just the first year, specifically your first semester here. So taking a look into the full 4-year template, this is something that we will be working with often during our time together. In addition, you will be working with this throughout your 4 years here at RPI. The 4-year template lists all the courses that you will want to take in order to complete your degree requirements for chemical and biological engineering. Listed here are those courses separated by semester and year, and then at the very bottom of the page there are footnotes which give additional information about each course. So let's take a look at year 1 here at RPI. These are the courses that are designated for you to take during your first semester and your first year here. We've opened this picture up in a photo editing software that we can easily use to kind of, draw, make notes, and indicate which courses we should take. If you are more of a paper in hand kind of person, you can also print this template out and kind of highlight and make notes that way too. So to briefly talk about the courses that are listed here for your first year at Rensselaer, they include the following. There is Introduction to Chemical Engineering, Chemistry 1 with Advanced Lab, Calculus 1, Physics 1, and then a Humanities, Arts, or Social Science elective. So taking a look into some of these courses, there are footnotes for at least 3 of them. So if we refer back to our 4-year template and start with chemical engineering first, the first footnote says the following. May be replaced by Engineering 1300, which is engineering processes, although CHME 1010 or Intro to Chemical Engineering is recommended. In fact, this is what I would recommend too, that you stick with the CHME 1010 plan. This is a seminar-style course where you'll learn about what it means to be a chemical engineer, the different faculty, the research that they do, career prospects, and so on. So next you have Chemistry with Advanced Lab. So while there's no footnote on here, I did want to indicate that if you come in with AP credit, which we will cover in a little bit here, the AP chemistry does actually count for this course, although there is not an advanced lab of what you had taken previously. The next footnote is for Physics 1. You'll see a number 2 here. This course can either be taken during the fall or spring semester. Then, lastly, here you have Humanities, Arts, or Social Science elective. This may also be taken either semester during fall or spring at RPI, and you'll see here the prefix IHSS. This stands for Interdisciplinary HOS. This interdisciplinary course gives you a good feel for the different disciplines here at RPI with regard to humanities or social science. But taking a look, let's go back to our 1-year plan here. So we've kind of covered each of these different areas. So let's say that you came in with advanced placement or college or prior credit for any of these courses. So for instance, let's say that you did come in with Chemistry 1. What you could do is cross this out, and then we would move on to our next science course. Moving into the spring, that would be Introduction to Cell and Molecular Biology, which, again, has a footnote. Introduction to Cell and Molecular Biology is one of 2 options that you can take for this spring biology-based course. This may be replaced with Biology 1010 or Bio with Lab, but the recommended course to take by the department is Introduction to Cell and Molecular Biology. Going back to our plan here, for the spring, you have Introduction to Engineering Analysis, which again had a number 2, and that meant that it is interchangeable with Physics 1 in terms of when you take that either fall or spring. However, if you have not had prior experience with Physics 1, it is highly recommended that you take Physics 1 before taking Introduction to Engineering Analysis. IEA, or Intro to Engineering Analysis, is kind of like the physics of engineering, so having this basis is really helpful in taking the course. Next, you have Engineering Communications or Engineering Graphics and CAD. So these courses, again, are interchangeable. Engineering Graphics and CAD is a course that strictly has CAD, Engineering communications, the first half of the course is CAD, and then the second half of the course features word processing software. As a chemical engineer, you're really able to take either of these. However, I would say that the majority of students do take engineering communications over engineering graphics and CAD. Then you've got Calculus 2 and a humanities, arts, or social science elective. So let's say that you came in with Calculus 1 AP credit. We'll cross this out as you had for the prior chemistry credit. You'd want to move on to the next math course in this sequence, which is Calculus 2. So, kind of taking a look at, our first year here and our plan, this Fourier template, in addition to the specific 1-year guide, gives you a good idea as to the courses that you should take for your first semester here at Rensselaer. Everyone does come in at different points, be it with their prior credit, the courses that they register for, and so on. When registering for courses, it is highly recommended that you have a Plan A, Plan B, and a Plan C in mind. In the case that a course that you would like to take either has a time conflict with another course, perhaps you couldn't get into the course before it closed, this is very helpful to have, different options in mind for what you can take that first semester. So we have briefly gone over what is required of the fall and spring semester for CHME students here, or Chemi as you'll hear often. If you have any questions or would like some assistance in creating your schedule, you can always feel free to contact me via phone or via email. In addition, if you'd like to have a phone conference, you're welcome to make a meeting with me online. That way I will have a 20-minute spot and you'll have my undivided attention. Or if you are local to the Troy and Albany area, you can always feel free to make an appointment with me sometime this summer. That concludes our overview. Again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I look forward to working with you this fall.